Welcome to Thoroughbred action from Gulfstream Park. Ron Nicoletti here, starting the week off on Friday with a 9-race card. Let's check out the track and weather conditions and turn it over to track announcer Pete Aiello.
The weather is beautiful, partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 90s, the main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, and the turf course firm. In race 1, scratch the 1, Estrella. Scratch the 5, Silly Risk. Racing at Gulfstream. On the far outside, Loyalist was away quickly. In the center, Mischievous Scout is forwardly positioned. Down at the inside, that's Queen Quena into the top flight. List gets away racing in fourth. Second last early is Hit Music, and the first race favorite, Ton of Laughs, is at the back of the field, about 6 lengths off the speed of Loyalist. Loyalist crosses over from the outside gate to lead by a length and a quarter. On a big grip from second, Mischievous Scout will angle to the 2-path and race in the clear second. Down at the rail, it's Queen Quena from third. List is in the green colors in fourth. At the rail, fifth is Hit Music, and the trailer is Ton of Laughs. 24-1 for the opening quarter, less than 5 furlongs to race. Loyalist at a big price, leads by a length. Mischievous Scout gets a perfect trip from second, 5 ahead of Queen Quena, who's at the rail third. List is on her outside, Ton of Laughs is in traffic, and just inside her is Hit Music with half a mile to go. They went the half in 49 seconds flat. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Loyalist front and center with a length to work with. Mischievous Scout poised to pounce while second. Queen Quena List third and fourth. Up to the outside, Herrera gives the cue to Ton of Laughs. She still last while trying to improve. At the inside and held up in traffic is Hit Music as they race for home. Mischievous Scout striding with the purpose and up to take the lead. Toward the inside, it's Loyalist who tries to fight back second. List underway while third. Up to fourth, Ton of Laughs swings 5 wide. Off the turn and the stretch drive. One of the favorites will win it. First to turn in, Mischievous Scout with work to do. Ton of Laughs begins to motor for Herrera down the center. Here comes Ton of Laughs grinding home with good energy. In between horses, it's List with a 16th to go. List and Ton of Laughs and List. Ton of Laughs doing enough. Ton of Laughs gets the final call. Second is List, third Mischievous Scout, fourth Loyalist, then Queen Quena, 143-4. They're off. Relator away well, moving out the rail. Here's the favorite, Kinetic Stone, on the move. Kinetic Stone to the top. Santal ridden into second and out 3 wide, Relator third. 2.5 more to Blazing Bucaro, who's well situated fourth behind the embattled trio. Selecto is last of all with half a mile remaining. They chase Miguel Vasquez and Kinetic Stone to the far turn on top 3 parts of a length. Up between horses, Santal and out 3 wide, Relator. At the rail, Blazing Bucaro is fourth within 2.5 of the top and 5 to the trailer, Selecto. Around the far turn, they race 5/16 from the judge. Kinetic Stone has the lead. Blazing Bucaro drafting behind him, needs a little racing room. Relator gets started on the outside. The leader starting to drift a touch and looking for room down at the inside. That's Blazing Bucaro. They're on their way home. Kinetic Stone still has the lead off the corner. Blazing Bucaro is out the rail, but he's not kicking on. Relator is next. Then between horses, dropping back is Santal. Selecto for a slice to the wire. Kinetic Stone is too much pony. Kinetic Stone is 3-5. And he'll hold on to win by 2.5. Good battle here for second. Selecto goes from last to get second, catching Relator at the finish, and fourth was Blazing Bucaro in 104-1.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. Stewbold away quickly. Our Firebird has speed from the fence. These two race out away in third. That's Drumroll, the public pick, well situated early. Tatermaid comes away racing in fourth, about 5 lengths from the speed. Improving out the rail is Any Moment. Out the back early is Windrush. Past the half-mile marker and moving to the far turn, our Firebird on top by 2. Stewbold is second. Any Moment at the rail third from Drumroll fourth. 3 back to Windrush, and Tatermaid is last. Around the far turn, they race 5/16 from home. Our Firebird trying to braven up with a 2-length lead. Harder working second is Stewbold. 3 wide Drumroll at the rail Any Moment. 6 ahead of Tatermaid. Windrush is well back. They're a quarter of a mile from home. They're still chasing Diego Herrera and our Firebird, who have the lead by 2. Drumroll sets her sights on the leader now. Down at the rail, Any Moment is now third with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Drumroll rising to the occasion with just yards to go. Back to second is our Firebird. Battling for third is Any Moment. It's Drumroll in front. Drumroll at even money reports home a 4-length winner. Our Firebird was second. It's a photo for third between Any Moment and Tatermaid in 104 flat. And they're off. Poor starts, Fuoco Vivo and Tap to Mischief. Good start at the rail for Thought Control, heading off for the early advantage. Here's Fulanito charging up to challenge. Out in the center is Banneker. Down at the inside, Sharpazano. Holding the rail spot is Boats A Rockin'. Back from there, it's Giant Teddy who gets over from the outside draw to race about 7 lengths off the lead. After slow breaks, Tap to Mischief and Fuoco Vivo at the back. They chase Thought Control around the far turn. Micah Husbands and Thought Control fleet of foot with a 3-length lead. Fulanito chasing hard from second. Boats A Rockin' has dropped back some. Moving up on the outside, Giant Teddy at the rail, Banneker. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Thought Control wheels in on top by 2. Down the center, Giant Teddy battling Banneker for second and third. Fulanito's back to fourth, but Thought Control with no signs of stopping. He's a 16th out with 4 lengths to hold. Giant Teddy second. Thought Control rolled all the way. Second, Giant Teddy. Third, Banneker. Up fourth, Boats A Rockin' ahead of Fulanito. And then it was Tap to Mischief in 54 flat. And they're off. In the center, it's the veteran Touch Revenge who was away quickly alongside Bless America. So the 2 favorites get away first and second. Power Humor moves over from the high draw to join them, and these 3 race on. At the rail, Bold and Breezy is next, followed by Prince David, then Antillion. He lingers 8 lengths behind, and he's 3 in front of Speed Control. Out of the chute onto the main track, it's Bless America and Touch Revenge. Locked up heads apart past the opening quarter with Power Humor third. That opening quarter was 24-3. Prince David is on a hold while racing in fourth ahead of Bold and Breezy, then Antillion and Speed Control at the back. En route to the half-mile point, Touch Revenge and Bless America just had a coming together there as they race to the half-mile point. They're a length and a half in front of Power Humor on the comeback try. He's now third. Prince David is asked to quicken while racing in fourth. Antillion moves up on the outside fifth. At the rail, that's Bold and Breezy and still well back to the trailer's Speed Control. They went to half in 47-2. The top 2 have been at each other from the bell. Inside, Bless America. Outside, Touch Revenge. Asked to quicken now. Power Humor starts to gain on the top 2 while racing in third. Antillion's had a pretty good pace flow. He's fourth and tacking on. They're a quarter of a mile from home. The leader now is Power Humor. Off cover now comes Antillion to try to go get him while 4 wide. The pace setters did too much too soon. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Antillion out in the center tries to reach Power Humor, who has the lead. It's Power Humor Humor in front. Antillion runs at him from the outside. Power Humor digs. Antillion surging. It's Antillion and Power Humor. It's Power Humor digging in. Antillion trying to get by. Here's the wire. Power Humor would not be denied. Power Humor turned back Antillion and beat him a neck. 4 in front of Bless America third in 138-1.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
Thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter, you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
They're off. Good start in the center for Five Eyes on Sky Stars, ridden for the early advantage, taken on at the rail by Pure Class. Emerging between horses Manor House and Alaric not far away. In fact, Alaric's in front. Roar Ready is second last, and the late-running Vigano is last of all. They chase Alaric to the half-mile point. Alaric and Marcos Meneses on top by almost a length, and in hand second is Pure Class. Gonzalez looks like he wants to hook to the outside of the leader. Manor House races from third. In the yellow, it's Five Eyes on Sky Stars. 3 better than Roar Ready, and Vigano is last. They went the opening quarter in a robust 22-1. They swing to the far turn. Alaric taken on now by Pure Class, who's alongside in second. These two put on some speed, and Pure Class rolls right by. Back to third, Five Eyes on Sky Stars, then Manor House, 5 ahead of Vigano and Roar Ready. 45 seconds for the opening half mile, and Pure Class not messing around. He runs to the top of the stretch with a 3-length lead. Up to second, Five Eyes on Sky Stars, running home from the back, Roar Ready circling horses as they reach the top of the stretch. They went the half in 45 flat. Pure Class with 3/16 more to get. Five Eyes on Sky Stars, he's second. He's trying to hold on to second. Roar Ready running home a ton down the center. Yards to go, and it's all Pure Class. The battle's for second. Five Eyes on Sky Stars makes short work of that battle. It's Pure Class in front. Pure Class by 3. Five Eyes on Sky Stars second. Roar Ready third. Vigano fourth. Then Manor House. 122-1. They're off. Not a good start for Mortastic. It was a good start for Thankfully, heading off for the early advantage. Clay Soldier will move to a flanking position and go right after her second. At the rail, Corbett's Crush is now third from the Dove Rules, who's out in the center. Farther out, Ratu Jawa. Then Free to Roam, and toward the inside, Royally Blue. Mortastic, the trailer. Thankfully, the boss. To the far turn they go. It's Thankfully, and Sammy Camacho nursing a neck advantage. Clay Soldier up alongside now second. Ratu Jawa swung to the far outside with the Dove Rules just to her inside. Held up for a run. Corbett's Crush, 2 better than the Claceris team of Free to Roam and Royally Blue as they stack and pack and race for home. Under siege, Thankfully. Clay Soldier right alongside. Ducking to the rail, Corbett's Crush. Ratu Jawa, the Dove Rules next. 1/8 of a mile to go. Thankfully trying to buckle down. Corbett's Crush along the rail. Late run down the center from Royally Blue. Royally Blue flying, but Corbett's Crush snuck through at the fence, and Corbett's Crush wins. Second is Royally Blue. Third is Thankfully, and 55-2. two favorites were the first two to break the line, but Canton was much faster than Win Place and Show off the mark, and Canton gets a clear lead. Tosca second, Win Place and Show third, Miss T Bobo fourth at the rail. Two back to Authentic Wave, and Cara's at the back. They chase Micah Husbands and Canton to the half-mile grounds. Canton going to work out into the center of the racetrack to try to relax here. Room at the rail for Miss T Bobo. In between them, it's Tosca. Way out in the center is Win Place and Show, then Authentic Wave and Cara. They went the opening quarter in 22 and 3. They have half a mile to run. Canton has the lead, but she's surrounded on both sides now. Outside Win Place and Show, inside Miss T Bobo. Tosca is racing fourth, into the outside Authentic Wave, and Cara's at the back. They round the forward turn and pick up the pace with less than 3 furlongs remaining. It's Canton who has the lead and tries to shake free. Win Place and Show draws up alongside second, so the two favorites have opened 4 on Authentic Wave, who tries to rally with an inside lane. They went to half in 45 and 3, and they're on their way home. On the outside, Win Place and Show gives the challenge to Canton, who tries to find under pressure. 3 back to the rail and Authentic Wave. They're an eighth of a mile from home. Win Place and Show has powered forward. Canton has no more to offer. Cara tries to catch her with Authentic Wave to the wire. Win Place and Show gets all of it. Wins by 5. Up for second, Cara. It's closer third. Either Canton or Authentic Wave. 123 and 2. And runners away. Pearl of Pearl off last. From the rail, Relentless Lady. In the middle, I Love Inez is on the go. Moving on the far outside, Our Perfect Amanda strides into third. Tightened up between horses. Downtown Row looks for a home. Down at the inside goes Marzidotes. Up to the far outside goes Pearl of Pearl. Then back to Ignis Core. The trailer is Lady Lullaby. To the far turn they go, chasing Figueroa and Relentless Lady, who have the rail in the lead. I Love Inez is second. Marzidotes on the outside is now third. Up to the outside, Pearl of Pearl. Dropping back is Our Perfect Amanda. Then to the far outside, Ignis Core is on a roll. She's in the blue colors, 4 wide and gaining good ground. Off the turn and the stretch drive, plenty of hopes here. With the inside edge and the lead, Relentless Lady, but she's under siege from the outside. Pearl of Pearl shifting gears nicely. Downtown Row closing ground far outside. In between horses, I Love Inez. At the rear, Relentless Lady. Pearl of Pearl has the lead. Downtown Row diving. Pearl of Pearl hangs on to win it. Downtown Row was second. Relentless Lady third. I Love Inez fourth. And Ignis Core to complete your high five in 56 and 1.
And that wraps up Friday's action. Saturday, Preakness Day, we have 11 races here at Gulfstream Park. Boy, you got to come out, double stakes action. And, of course, you can watch and wager on the Preakness Stakes. Good night. Good luck.